Hello everyone, this is Poornima Deepthi working as an assistant professor in the Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering at MLR Institute of Technology. So today I'm going to explain what are the modes present in timers and counters of 8051 microcontroller. So the overview of today's presentation is how this 13-bit timer, which is mode 0, and the 16-bit timer mode 1, and 8-bit auto reload mode 2, and split timer mode 3, and how counter will be used in these modes of operation, and how to load the TH and TL values of that particular timers. So coming to the mode 0, the 5 bits of the higher byte of the timer and the 8 bits of lower bytes of the timer will be used. And so here the maximum size, the minimum starting range is from 4 zeros to maximum size is for 1 triple F. Why we are taking 1 triple F means, as I already told you, that is a 13-bit timer. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 and 13. So 13 maximum size will be 13 ones. So the remaining 16, right? So here this is 1. The maximum size is here F, and here also F, and here also F, right? 15, 15, 15. So what is the maximum size? 1 triple F. That's why. So in this particular mode, the timer can count from 0 to 8191 decimal values, right? Yeah. So the TLX counts from 0 to 31 and it will be incremented THX. So the example where we are using, so most of the cases mode 0 is used to provide short time delays, okay, within the limited range within this 8191. And the most example is to create the short delays in the software itself, okay. Yes. So how to select this mode 0? So there is 16-bit there is 8-bit TMOD register. By using this 8-bit TMOD register, we will be selecting mode 0. So what is the value we need to load? TMOD register. So a TMOD register is used to select the timer and in which mode each timer is working. Let's see. So how we will load? So here 8-bit register TMOD is there, right? So if I want to select timer 0 in mode 0, so how I will select? So this part is for timer 0, this lower 4 bits is for timer 0, and this higher 5 bits is for 4 bits is for timer 1. Right here we need to use timer 0, so the values of timer 1 all 4 are 0. So here the first one is gate, right? So gate, here we are writing the software, so it will be 0. And the second one is C by T bar. Here I need to make this as a timer, so it is also 0. And the bits M1 and M2, both of them. So if I want to select mode 0, what is the values I need to load into M1 and M0? So if both of them are 0, then only mode 0 will be used. So 0, 0. So what is the value? Total here 0 and here also 0. So 0, 0 heads will be used too. So how we will load? So move. This is the instruction use it to load the tmod register. Tmod, comma, hash 00h. So after keeping this, so the timer will be, that particular unit will be used as a timer and it will select the timer 0 and it will operate mode 0 operations. Otherwise you could write like this also, binary also, a binary, you can keep it. So both of the instructions uses for the same, so you can keep decimal number also, it totally depends. Okay, if I want to select a timer 1 in mode 0, the same will be used. So here also the same operation will be there, but the thing is the lower 4 will be used for timer 0 here, so I need to keep all of them zeros, and here this is used for timer 1. So here I will be using 0 for gate operation, C by T bar, to select the timer mode out of counter and timer. So 0, 0 will fetch. So both of them will use as which one? Move T mode, comma, hash 01h. So this is how we will be selecting timers in using mode 0. Okay. Yes, coming to the next one, it is mode 1. So it uses full 16-bit of register timer. So timer 0 will be used from 0 to 16-bit and timer 1 will be used for 0 to 16-bit. So the counts will be, the lowest count will be 0 and the maximum count will be 65,535, 535, right, in decimal. So frequently it is widely used in real-time application. So maximum size of the 16-bit, if any application requires the 16-bit timers to generate that many delay operation, so we will be using this timers in mode 1. Okay, timing operations, most of the cases PWM, pulse width modulation signal generations, will always uses this 16-bit timer. Okay. Yes. So how we will be selecting timer 0 and timer 1 using this T-mode register? What is the default value we need to set into the T-mode register? We will be seeing. If I want to select timer 0 in mode 1, so how I need to load? See, so this is the T-mode register. So this is T-mode, sorry, this is gate. This is C by T bar, M1, M0. Here also gate C by T bar, M1 and M0. These are for timer 0. Here I want to use timer 0. These are for timer 1. So always I need to keep, if I am using timer 0, timer 1 values will be 0, right? So now the gate, so I am using software only, that's why 0 will be there. C by T bar, now I am using this particular unit as a timer, so I need to keep 0 over here. So what is the value I need to select in the mode pins M1 and M0? That mode 1 will be selected. So for 0, 0, mode 0, 0, 1, mode 1, right? So here mode 1 is there. So I need to write 0, 1. So the value is here 0 and here 1. So what is the value I need to move? I need to keep in T mode to select timer 0 and mode 1. Move T mode, comma, hash 0, 1, H. This is how I will be selecting. Okay. Now see, if I want to select timer 1 in mode 1. So now what I need to do? Same thing. First I need to check. So here this will be used for timer 0 and this will be used for timer 1. Now I am using timer 1, right? So timer 0 values always be 4 zeros. Now in timer 1, the first one is gate. I am using software. So the next one is also 0 because C by T bar, which is 0, then only timers will be selected. So here M1 and M2, to select mode 1, I need to select 0 and 1. So what is the value here? 1 and here 0H. So if I want to select timer 1 in mode 1, I need to load the T-mode register value as move T-mode, comma, hash 10H, right? So this is how we will be selecting. So coming to the next one, it is mode 2. Mode 2 is 8-bit auto reload mode. Only TX is used for counting. So it will, maximum size of the counting is 0 to 255. So on overflow, TL auto reloads from TH register. So if we want to load the TL, so we want to load TH register for 8-bit operations. So automatically TL will be loaded after overflow. The value present in the TH will be loaded into the TL. So most of the cases it is very repetitive timing tasks, efficient timing task. If any repetitive timings will be there, at that particular time we will be using this register. Okay, so this mode. And for baud rate generations in serial communication, as I already told you in the previous video, so most of the cases mode 2 8-bit register will be used in setting the baud rate. So for communication purpose, 8051 is having the 8-bit communication register. So for that 8-bit we need to set the baud rate. So how we will be setting baud rate? By using timer 1 in 8051 and mode 2, right? So if I want to select different modes, if I want to select timer 0 in mode 2, so what is the value I need to load into the T mode register? As well as if I want to select timer 1 in mode 2. What is the value that I need to load it into the T mode register? Let's see. So here timer 0 and mode 2. So here timer 1 and mode 2. So we need to draw T mode register. So here T mode register, this is used for timer 0 and this will be used for timer 1. So here I need timer 0. So all the values of timer 1 will be keeping as 0. So next this is gate bit, software is used, so I am keeping 0 and I need to select it as a timer. So C by T bar bit, that bit need to be 0. So again now mode 2. So what are the values I need to load into M1 and M2 to select mode 2? 0 0 is for mode 0 and 0 1 is for mode 1 and 1 0 is for mode 2. So if I want to select mode 2, I need to keep here 1 0. So what is the values? 4 zeros means 0. This is the binary bit representation, right? So how I was writing is a hexadecimal number. So 0 0 1 0 means it is 2. So if I want to select timer 0 in mode 2, what is the value? I need to load into the T mode register. T mode register will be loaded with 0 to H1. Okay. Yes. Now see timer 1 in mode 2. Exact reverse operation will be done here. So here timer 0 will be kept as zeros. So first one gate and C by T bar. Here if I want to select mode 2, I need to take it as 1 and 0. So what is the value? 3. So here 0. So what is the value I need to load into T mode register? Move T mode comma hash 3. Sorry, this is 2, right? 2 0 0 1 0 means 2. So 2 0 H. This is how I need to load T mode register to make timers 1 work in mode 2 operation. Okay. Yes, coming to the next mode, it is a mode 3 split timer mode. In this particular mode, only timer 0 will be in the working condition and timer 0, 2 timers will be there. TL naught will be used as a separate mode and TH naught will be used as a separate timer. 8-bit timer. So TH naught is controlled by TR1, where TL naught is controlled by TR0 and TH naught is controlled by TR1 and acts as a second timer. So this one is useful when we have two separate 8-bit timers are needed. So most of the cases in real-time clock scenario. So in real-time clock, we need to have clock as well as alarm functions, right? So in that particular applications, we will be using this mode 3. Yes. So how we will set this mode 3 for different timers, timer 0 and timer 1. If I want to select timer 0 in mode 3, so what is the value that I need to keep it in T mode register? So as you all know that if I want to use it as timer 0, timer 1 values all be zeros, and in timer 0, first one is gate. Here we are writing software, so that's why I'm taking 0. Here the second one is C by T bar. So here I need to write as a 0 because it is a C by T bar. And here mode 3 to be selected. So if I were keeping M1, M0 as 1, 1, then only mode 3 will be selected. So 1 and 1. What is the value here? It is 3. And what is the value here? It is 0. So if I want to keep timer 0 in mode 3 operation, I need to fill T mode register with the 0 3H, right? Yes. So as well as in the, if I want to select timer 1 in mode 3, so what is the value I need to load? So here, so this timer 1 need to be worked and timer 0 always all 0. So it is 0. So here these are zeros and I need to keep M1 and M2 as 1 and 1. So what is the value here? 3 and there 0. So move T mode comma hash 30H. So this is how we will be keeping the values in T mode register to select timer 1 in mode 3 operations. Okay. So In counter mode, if I want to select a counter in tmod register, I need to keep c by t bar value as 1. Then only modes will be operated as, timer and counter unit will be operated as a counter. And here in this modes, only 3 modes will be supported by counter operations: mode 0, mode 1, mode 2. Mode 3 will not be available as per the counters. So one of the best example is number of luggages that is present in the conveyor belt. So you to count objects on anything. So we will be using this counter mode, right? Yes, until now I have discussed how to set the value of tmod register for selecting different modes in different timers, and how counters operated in different modes. Thank you.